Welcome back to Feller Talk, fellers. Today in this Feller Talk, episode 31 of Feller Talk. Woohoo! Episode 31, let's go. Now, I want to say something before we start with our 5 topics as usual. A couple things actually. One, we haven't done a Feller Talk in, I believe, 3 or 4 months. So this is another comeback. I keep coming back with Feller Talk, and I know I said I'd do a lot this summer. But the truth be told, I've gotten busy. I work 3 days a week for 7 hours. I've got plans. I've got people to see, things to do, trips to go on, because my senior year is coming up, and I will be graduating in 2024. I will start my senior year of high school this year in August. August 3rd is when we go back to school, so I'm expecting, a lot of things with that, and a lot of senior retreats and senior stuff. So I will be busy. We're wrapping up the channel as 2023 ends. I believe November is the final episode of the channel, the series finale. So let's get started with the episode. I forgot what the other thing I was going to say was. But yeah, we haven't done one of these in a while. So let's get started. All right. The first topic in this episode. Now, no controversy here when I, say some of these. Some of them are personal opinions, some of them are worldwide topics. Note, I'm not into politics whatsoever, so I don't take sides. This one has nothing to do with politics, by the way. But I've been hearing, this is the first topic, I've been hearing a bunch of news spread. I saw a video on TikTok yesterday, I'm sure it's on Google too, or just the news in general. Apparently, there's going to be a solar explosion. Now, it's some kind of star thing. I don't know what it is. It's some type of explosion to the solar panel that goes around the world that gives us internet and Wi-Fi and all that. Well, apparently in 2025, we won't have that. That will be gone. Apparently, for a couple months, that is, or I forgot however long they said. But apparently there is news that in 2025 we will lose electricity and internet for however so long until they fix it. I don't know what kind of explosion this is going to be. I doubt it'll affect us, but if this is true and if we're not going to actually have power for a long time or electricity or internet, I think you could say some people in this world. Now, I say that in the most polite way possible. This world's kind of Yeah. Well, I've got a couple things to say about that. I think if it ever does happen, I know this is kind of serious, but if it ever does happen, I think the United States government or somebody will find a way to regain power, electricity, and internet. I think in some way we're going to all get it back, and I don't know if this is probably a worldwide thing, so it doesn't matter which country you're in. You're going to lose internet or electricity in 2025. Now, is this topic true? We don't know that. We have no idea if this topic's true. Now, this could never happen. They say that meteors are going to hit the world, are going to hit planet Earth all the time, and they never do. Or they do, and they're very small, and they're not big enough to destroy the planet. But this is a very, I guess you could say, controversial topic. It's like being a kid all over again, learning new words. But I know what that word means. I'm just saying, learning it as in speaking it. Controversial topic. I don't think it's nothing to do with politics or anything, but people have their own opinions about it, I will say that. But yeah, it's crazy to think that we might not have internet or electricity in 2025. Now, they said 2024 might be the end of the wrap-up for that. If that ever did happen, if that ever happened by any chance, by any means, that means that we would have to go back to the 1800s, 1700s. I mean, that stuff's kind of serious if you think about it. If we actually lost all that we've built, we will live like we did in the 1800s, 1700s. Who knows? Horse and carriage, live in, houses with nothing in it, no electricity. You're going to have to build your own fires for heat. make your own light source. I mean, everything's make your own at that point. Do it yourself, DIY yourself. So yeah, that's pretty it's pretty crazy to think about. Next topic. What are my favorite movies and why? Now this one I did, John let me choose it because, right, John?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. All right. So John let me choose it because why was that again?
Well, Dylan, it's like cool to you, you know.
Okay. All right. Well, hey, that's a good topic. I appreciate you.
Absolutely.
I like it. I like it because it's different. It really is. Because you guys all know my favorite TV show, The Walking Dead. Obviously, I wouldn't choose anything else over The Walking Dead because The Walking Dead is freaking fantastic, and I think I would die before. If they ever took that show away from me, I think I would kill myself. No, I wouldn't. But you get my point. It's pretty serious to me. But we never talked about my favorite movies. Now, movies, it's a wide range for me. I've got several. And that's why he put movies instead of movie on here. Because he knows, right, that I have several movies that I love. Let's start with the very first one. My top pick right here is The Wizard of Oz. Now, you might say, Dylan, that's an old movie. And nobody watches that anymore. Nobody even thinks about The Wizard of Oz anymore. Well, I do. But it's cool. It's really cool. The Wizard of Oz, it's like therapy to me or something. I don't know. It's like childhood memories. Now, I like it because I've always had a fascination of dreams. And the whole movie is Dorothy being knocked out from the storm or the tornado, and she's dreaming all of this. And I feel like my whole life, most of my whole childhood was a lot to do with dreams and the dreams I had, because the characters in my dreams represented who I was and my personality and who I was yet to become. And I think that movie really relates to me in a way, and I really liked it. And as a kid, I enjoyed it because it was different than other movies. It was like seeing a wide range of different Technicolor images that I've never seen before. And it was the first movie that I actually watched where I was like, that's amazing. I think I am going to fall in my own coma. Honestly. I think I'm going to fall into my own coma. So yeah, it's just a wide range of Technicolor beauty is what it is. And the characters in it are great. So I really respect that movie. Always have, always will. My second pick would have to be Hocus Pocus. Now, if you've never seen the movie Hocus Pocus, it is, it's amazing. It's about 3 witches, and they're pretty much evil. And it follows a character, I forget his name. It's a dude, it's a little girl, and it's another, his girlfriend or whatever. And basically, the movie just kind of sets place in this, like, I don't know. It's kind of got this modern day 1800s feel to it. It's kind of cool, honestly. Like, it's the Salem witch trial witches. It's like the Salem witches, the witch witches. And yeah, it's really cool. It's like, I don't know, it's like they bring back time or something, and all these witches are trying to get to him or something, and they eventually kill the witches. Now, apparently, news spread that Hocus Pocus 2 is on Disney Plus or something. I have no interest to really watch it because Disney Plus movies are kind of lame, per se, in my opinion. And I heard it wasn't that good. The first one's always going to be the original one for me, so that movie really sticks out in my childhood as well. That and The Wizard of Oz are the 2 movies I watched in my childhood. And, they're kind of not guy movies, but I don't care. They're really good. My third pick, and this is probably my final pick for movies, is Twister. Holy Twister it's like watching a fever dream. It is, and that's why it's in my top 3. It's my top 3 movies are Wizard of Oz, Hocus Pocus, and Twister. Now, those will always be my top 3 movies. I don't give a frick what you say. Twister is, I don't even know. It's like I've always been fascinated with tornadoes, even as a kid. I still am. I still will go on YouTube and watch tornado videos, like the El Reno tornado that hit Oklahoma City, I believe, in 2013. That was a 2.6 mile long tornado. I don't know about you, but I'd be running the other direction. And if the tornado caught up to me, I'd think I would let the tornado take me out. because that tornado was terrifying. But yeah, it's it's great. Twister, there's so many different tornadoes in it. The acting's perfect. The actors they picked for that movie were perfect. And everything about that movie is key. It is fabulous. And I don't think I'd go back. I think I would go back and see that movie 5 times over. It is that good. I lied. There was a fourth pick. My fourth pick, my final pick, my top 4 movies. Can you guess it? It's Beetlejuice. I heard there was a second one coming out next year. I want to just burn up and die at this point. Beetlejuice. What can I say about it? It's like watching a dream. It's like watching my dream, my perfect dream that I could ever picture in my life. But not only that, it's so different from any other movie. It's hilarious. It has humor. It's got Michael Keaton in it. Who knew Michael Keaton could be actually funny? He's hilarious. I think that movie should, if not, deserve an Oscar. I forget her name, the woman on Stranger Things. God, I forget her name, but you know who I'm talking about. She played a good role too. So did the parents. I mean, the dude, the woman, the different kind of. I don't know. I grew up on Beetlejuice, man. I grew up on Beetlejuice. I grew up on all 4 of those movies, and those 4 movies made my childhood my childhood. Now, of course, I watched Sesame Street and, the Goonies and whatnot, or the Goonies, the Giggles, or whatever they were called. And I watched, different things as a kid. Jurassic Park. Obviously, if I had a top 5 pick, it'd be Jurassic Park. So, yeah, there's that. Jurassic Park. Loved dinosaurs as a kid. I studied them. I could have grown up to be a freaking meteorologist. Whoa, that's weather. No, sir, that was not dinosaurs. Anyways, I could have grown up to be a freaking, I forget what they're called. God dang it. I'm going blank. But, yeah, I could have been a dinosaur hunter. Alright, third topic we got here on this fabulous episode. What is the ending of the channel series finale? Well, I can't tell you that, but I can give you hints. What is it? I know what it's going to be. I know exactly how I'm going to end the channel. I was just talking to a buddy about this a few weeks ago on ideas on how the channel's going to end, and I let him, give me some of his ideas on what he thought. And I thought they were awesome, but they're not the ending of the channel. I always use this word, and I mean, when I say this word, I mean it. It's bittersweet. It's bittersweet. There's going to be at least 3 or 4 different characters that are going to die. There's going to be a couple that survive, but there's a few that are going to die. And I can say that by the end of the channel, you'll see what I mean. It's going to be a several-part episode, and how the channel's going to end. So it's probably going to be about a 2 or 3 part episode, different parts with different action sequences. A lot of action, I cannot describe enough. I'm going to have fake blood. It's going to be awesome. Lots of action. There's going to be character deaths, sadly, but we got to have the shock, you know what I mean? Characters are going to die, characters are going to live. We're going to get to see Daniel fight. We're going to get to see a Daniel versus Dylan fight, which I'm really excited for. I cannot stress you enough. I am really excited to see Daniel and Dylan fight. I've always wanted to see them 2 fight because they're 2 martial artists. One, Daniel, on this side, has been doing martial arts for 12 years, while also, while also being in the Marines. It's either the Marines or something else like that. He was in the Army. And then you got Dylan, who is a typical teenage kid living in this suburban life. 2 years of martial arts, 2 years straight of martial arts training. Probably not as much experience as Daniel, but he's got some experience and he knows how to fight. Heck, Dylan's killed most of the bad guys on the channel, if you think about it. So he's our hero, and he's our main character, and we need him for this fight. So that fight's going to be really good. It's going to be there's going to be some gore and blood. I tell you that. It's not going to be one of those fights where you're like, oh, I know who's going to win. You're not going to know who's going to win because it's going to be so intense that, I mean, we're going to be holding on to tables at this point. I mean, you're going to be holding on to your chairs. The popcorn's going to slip down your throat. You're going to choke on it. It's going to be such a dramatic fight, and you're not going to know what to expect. I can tell you that. But the ending of the channel is going to be bittersweet. I'm thinking about doing a post-credits scene with a special character of mine, but more of a real-life scenario. So, yeah. Who knows? Maybe Dylan has a kid. You never know that, you know? Kind of not giving you a hint, but I kind of am. That may or may not happen. So, just saying. You never know. And there's also going to be a surprise appearance from a character that's never been shown before. So, I got you. Don't worry, I got you. It's going to be bittersweet. The fourth topic, number 4. Society 2023. This one just pisses me off at this point. Society, you know, I don't want to get angry because we were going on a good streak there, but I don't think I've ever mentioned me not liking society as it is, but well, here we are. As it stands right now, society is broken. Now, back then it used to be all right, maybe back in the 70s or 60s. But even then, you know, you had corruption in the government and politics. You had corruption everywhere, even in the world. So it's always been kind of corrupt, but it keeps getting more corrupt. That's the problem. It's gonna reach a point one day where we're not gonna know what the heck to do. And I'll tell you this: the world at some point is not gonna know what to do. It may be years from now, but society as a whole, especially in 2023, as it stands, it sucks. We make what we do to make this world a better place is kindness, is love and compassion. It's all of those things put together to make this world the world. It's people. I'll tell you that. It's people who change the world for the better. It's people. The government, society, politics. Nope. That's not what makes the world go round. Money is not what makes the world go round. It's people. It's caring. It's loving. It's giving money to the homeless. It's putting yourself out there to find that job that you've always wanted. It's going to school. It's doing what you love and being nice to the people around you. Being nice to your family, to your friends, and to random people in the world. Just be nice to somebody. Go up and talk to them. Smile when you walk past them in the gym, at school, at work, even in your house. It doesn't matter. Like, I cannot stress you enough. Society is broken. But the people in society make it a whole lot better. And that's depending on your attitude. And that's depending on where you stand in this world, how you're bettering yourself, and what you're doing to better yourself. Now, I'm not going to lie. I've gone through some harsh times in my life, in my head. Physically, not a lot of harsh times. Now, I've had a lot of traumatic experiences with the hand. But, and I've had, you know, a couple of traumatic experiences with people yelling at me. But I can tell you this, that mentally I feel unstable sometimes, and that's okay because I tell a friend all the time, I manage it somehow. I do what I do best, and I manage it. I stick fight, I listen to music, I better myself around others, and I try my very best to let people know that I am okay. It's going to work out. It may not seem okay. The consequences and my actions may not add up. But I'm alive. I'm well. And I'm well aware on how to better myself. That's the key thing. If you know what you're doing in your life, if you know where you're going to end up, if you have a game plan, if you have a schedule, if you have a planner, if you have a future that you have in your mind, you can make it happen. You don't have to listen to people. You can make it happen. It takes a matter of time. It may take 30 years, but it can happen. It will. It can, and I believe in you. It will happen. Because I love you, and you may not realize it, but people do love you. Even though if you don't feel loved, people do love you. It may not seem like it, but they do. I promise you this. I promise you this. They love you. And they care for you. Just thought you should know that. Next topic. Oh, there it is. The Book of Unusual Knowledge, as always, as promised. The Book of Unusual Knowledge. Woo! Turn on this lamp. Now, this is a tricky one because I didn't think about this. I did not think about... freaking Celine. Come on now. Don't... This is the sucky part. Getting everything back on top again. Stuff doesn't stay in. Oh, forget about it. Alright. The Book of Unusual Knowledge, as promised, is given to you as received. Here it is for consequential context. Yeah, let's just pick a topic, like we always do, and we always end up doing it somehow or another. Okay, so I found something, but I'm going to have to get a drink before I have to pull out the old water bottle, because you can tell my voice is getting a bit hoarse. Alright, so I picked out a topic for us. And I think you guys are going to like it because it was one of the first topics, second topic here, about my favorite movies. So this topic is about behind the TV shows of our time. So this could be old time, this could be new time, who knows. But I'm going to give you guys some facts about these different TV shows. So let's go. The globe that once appeared in the background of NBC nightly news actually spun the wrong way for years before someone caught on. The first and last lines ever spoken on Seinfeld were exactly the same. Jerry tells George, "See, now to me, the button is in the worst possible spot. The second button literally makes or breaks the shirt. Look at it. It's too high. It's in no man's land." That's cool. Before landing the role of Jerry Seinfeld's quirky neighborhood Kramer, Michael Richards auditioned to play Al Bundy on Married with Children. Cool. The role of Monica on Friends was offered to Janine Garofalo, who turned it down. Lee Remini, later cast in The King of Queens, also tried out for the part. The empty frame on Monica's door on Friends was supposed to have a mirror on it. After a crew member accidentally broke it, producers decided that they liked it the way it looked and left it. Paul Resner plays the piano in the opening theme song of Mad About You. Don't even know what that is. A sticker on Dwight Schrute's desk on the American version of The Office says Froggy 101, which is the name of the actual country music station in Scranton, Pennsylvania, where the show takes place. Now, I do know The Office very well. The Office is a great TV show. Loved it for years. It took me like 3 years to finish it, but it was great. So that fact is actually pretty cool, and I did notice the Froggy 101 station. The Office's John Krasinski and B.J. Novak went to high school together and were in the same grade in Newton, Massachusetts. Now, I believe that is on the show. John Krasinski plays Jim, and B.J. Novak plays, I forget his name. He's the kid, though. He's the intern on the show. I forget his name. I'm going blank. I know his name. I'm going blank, I guess. Michael Keaton began his career as a stagehand on Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. He helped to puppeteer and operate the trolley. Wow, that is pretty cool. I did not know that. Because I thought that's pretty freaking old. I about cussed. My bad, I'm sorry. I'll give you one more just because you guys are awesome. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Pretty cool. Okay, here's some fun facts about Disney. The man behind the mouse. Walt Disney is arguably one of the most famous movie makers in the world. An iconic, adored by millions. But how much do you really know about him? Maybe less than you think. I actually read a book, Who is Walt Disney, in 5th grade for my summer reading book. And that was actually really interesting. I did not know. He was an interesting guy. He's pretty interesting. As a youngster, Disney sold his drawings to his neighbors. At the age of 16, Disney tried to join the military, but was rejected for being too young. He joined the Red Cross instead. He was sent to France, where he drove an ambulance. That's cool. Disney grew his trademark mustache at age 25. The first commercially released Mickey Mouse cartoon, Steamboat Willie, was also the first Disney cartoon feature sound. It premiered in New York City on November 18th, 1928. That's pretty cool. Disney provided the voices of both Mickey and Minnie Mouse for nearly 20 years. Disney's first animation featured on the film Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs costed nearly $1.5 million to produce. It was a huge gamble for Disney Studios, but it went on a tremendous financial success and critical acclaim. Disney won more Academy Awards than other individuals, 32 total. Nice. Following the success of Snow White, Disney and his brother Roy gifted their parents with the new house that was close to their studios. A month later, their mother died from... I don't even know what this word is, but she died from a disease caused by a broken furnace in the new home. It was a tragedy which Disney never recovered. That sucks. Hate that we ended sad there, but there's your book of unusual knowledge facts, as always, given to you as promised. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode, though. It was a pleasure and an honor to be here with you guys today. I hope you guys have a great rest of your night, a great rest of your afternoon, or a great morning if you're watching this in the morning, depending on which time you're watching it. But it will premiere. It will be a premiere, so. I hope you guys have a great afternoon. And if I don't see you today, tuck yourself in. Yeah, catch you on the flip-flop.